Hey, what's up, your Marjack79 here. We are back again today to talk about the Disney movie Encanto. It came out last Wednesday. I actually saw it on Saturday. I'm just now getting a chance to talk about it. This is a weird one for me. This is a very weird one. The movie was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was that classic story of endearment, family, love, and fulfillment. I mean, it tells the story of Maribel and her family, the Madrigals, and how they came to possess the power of the candle of the Encanto. This candle has the power to give specific power to each family member when they reach a certain age. And basically, every member of the family possesses a certain power. I mean, it comes from the power of healing to strength, to talking to animals, future vision, super hearing, and the only person within the family that doesn't have any power or didn't get any power is Maribel. So the story definitely focuses on her and her journey and trying to find her place within the family, being the only one that doesn't possess a power. It was a beautiful tale. My viewing, I definitely received the message that it definitely enforced the viewpoint that everybody that you hold sacred in your life, they shouldn't have to provide a specific need or service to you to deserve affection or love or, just understanding and placement within one's own family. Just because somebody doesn't have a specific skill doesn't mean that they can't be a part or overall of a family. And it really did a beautiful job of enforcing that everyone should be treated equally, even if they don't provide as much as another person. It was a beautiful tale. It really was. I really enjoyed the music of this film. I have to say that it really didn't have a specific song that I'll probably sing over and over and over again in my head. Probably my favorite tune was the song when they were telling the backstory of the grandmother and the grandfather of how they came to possess the power of the Enchanto. I don't want to sing it or hum it for the, copyright reasoning, but that was definitely my favorite song. Probably my second favorite song was the opening song when Maribel was explaining the ins and outs of the family and avoiding the question of why she doesn't have any powers herself. So it's really not too much to explain story-wise about the film. I mean, basically, and spoilers here, obviously. So the family gets explained, and of course, the tale is the Enchanto candle begins to lose its magic, and it becomes Maribel's, journey to figure out why it's losing its power and figure out how to restore the power back into the candle. And during this journey, she figures out a lot of wrongdoings and misunderstandings within the family, and she's able to correct all of those and bring the family full circle and back together, and to help the full family understand her purpose and meaning within the family, even though she doesn't possess any powers. And by the end of the tale, the Enchanto house has fallen apart, and she is able to utilize the restored candle to build the house back up, and they all live happily ever after. I mean, that's basically the story in a nutshell. And you get a wide range of beautiful songs, characters, relationships between sisters. It really gave me a Frozen vibe while thinking about Maribel's relationship with her sisters and how the tale was kind of focused a lot on that, on how to restore power to the Enchanto candle. It was kind of very similar to, Frozen's Elsa and Anna, where the power of their love for each other was how they were able to save each other from certain death. So that becomes to probably my only nitpick of the film, just a little bit repetitive, a little bit predictable. Once you see 100 Disney films, you kind of expect what's going to happen next. I mean, there's going to be some turmoil, there's going to be some sadness, but eventually there will be some triumph and a lesson learned from all of the turmoil through the journey to get to the triumph. even though it's predictable, it was still a beautiful tale. So I don't really mind it because even though through the predictability, it still ends up being a beautiful nourishment for the soul, if that makes sense. It's a feel good movie. There's no way you watch this movie and think to yourself, like, I'm still in a bad mood. Like, it just has that natural ability to make you smile and make you take a look at your own life and try to rectify maybe some sadness or inadequacies in your own life to provide more happiness. So that's really all I have to say about the movie itself. If I had one goal with this explanation of Encanto, it is to convince you that you should definitely take your family to the theater to go and see it. I really didn't reveal anything about the actual storyline, just the main key points. It's still a lot of personal affections that needs to be experienced to truly appreciate what this movie really is. And luckily, I got that. It's unfortunate that Disney Studios did not get that, or the Walt Disney Company in general. And the reason that I say that is because who all saw marketing for this movie? Did we see any commercials, promotional imagery, interviews with the cast and the directors? I literally don't recall seeing anything on any of Disney's official YouTube channels. I maybe saw one commercial for the movie. I saw some advertisements on Facebook. Luckily, I saw the trailer. I figured it would be a movie that myself and my family would enjoy. So, and it's Disney. Of course, we tried to see all of the Disney movies. So that was the main reason that I took the family to go and see the movie. But anybody outside of the Disney faithful, I guarantee they're not going to go see that movie. And the proof really has already been proven. The movie was made with a budget of 150 million US. It's only grossed 71 million worldwide at the box office. I mean, I hate to say it, but that puts it as a critical failure. Definitely when it comes to Disney standards. I mean, the perfect comparison would be to Frozen, which opened last Thanksgiving weekend, and that, of course, was made with a 150 US also, and then that grossed 1.4 billion. So, but why it grossed 1.4 billion? Because they promoted it so often. Literally every time I opened up any app, any Hulu, Netflix, anything TV or internet related, Elsa and Anna was right there front and center. I believe if they would have put that much effort into the promotions for Encanto, it could have potentially have done a similar amount of business. Maybe not 1.4 billion, but at least it could have broke even, or at least garnered a profit for Disney. I feel like they kind of got what they deserved. I mean, you didn't put forth any effort in the promotion. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I make content, and I believe that my content is sufficiently good, but if I don't get out and promote the content, then who's going to see it? The subscribers and hitting the notification bell icon only gets you so far. It's a tough dog-eat-dog world out there, and if you want your content to be seen, you have to promote it. That's the side of YouTube that a lot of people really don't talk about too often. You have to promote yourself if you want to garner some viewership. Same thing with movies. If you want the movie to garner outside of your usual viewer fan base, then you have to promote it. And it's crazy that seems like they virtually didn't spend any of the budget to promote the movie. I mean, that's so unlike Disney. And the funniest part is that I've already seen more promotions for Lightyear, the adaptation for Buzz Lightyear, more than what I saw for the entirety of Encanto. And Lightyear doesn't come out until next year. It's crazy. I don't know. That's just so unfortunate. I definitely feel like if they would have promoted it, it would have garnered a huge success. Now, if you want my honest opinion, would I say that this is a movie that you absolutely need to go to the theater to get the most out of? No. I mean, they've already announced that they're releasing it on Disney Plus on Christmas, so this would be a great movie to enjoy with your family in your own living room on Christmas. I definitely highly recommend that. I mean, if you don't want to spend the cash to go see it in theater, I understand it, but at least support the movie in a way to help Disney understand the folly of their ways, and don't take certain movies lightly, more so than the movies that you know that are going to be a success. You have to promote your new properties as well. I mean, that's what makes Disney Disney, in my opinion. That's where the love starts. You know, the first time we saw The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid or Toy Story, you know, when all of those were new properties, those got promoted to heck and back. And that's why they are the successes that they are today, currently, even 20, 25 years later. Now, one more point of discussion that I want to cover before I end the video here. Do I think this movie Encanto deserves any representation at Walt Disney World or Disneyland, any of the parks? Sure. I wouldn't mind seeing a dark ride covering some of the songs that were played throughout the movie. It was a really cool tale. Unfortunately, it would probably be suited just to the Mexican pavilion at Epcot. And if I had to choose one Latino representation for Disney to be represented in the Mexican pavilion, it would most definitely be Coco. Coco is still a movie that infected me in such a way that I can't even describe. So I definitely still pick Coco over Encanto, but I would still love to see the characters get represented in some form or fashion within the parks. And that is going to do it, my friends. Like I said, if I had one goal for this video, is to influence you to go see it. Just don't sleep on it. And with that, we will end it there. So as always, thanks everybody for watching. If you like the video, please hit that like button. That helps the channel out tremendously. Also hit that notification bell icon if you want to follow more content just like this. I review virtually every animated Disney film that gets released at this point. There's not a Disney film that I don't go and see in theater. So make sure you give the channel a follow if you want to keep up to date with all the Disney movie news. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. I would love to know your thoughts on the movies and how you feel about Disney virtually not promoting this movie at all. With that, you can follow me at youtube.com/SmartJack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.